since this is a Minecraft movie, we gotta have our two main characters, right? Steve and Alex. Now, if you've already seen the animation, you're probably thinking, wait, there are 7 more characters. Wait, who the fuck are even these low-res freeloaders? And why are they in my Minecraft movie? Well, Kuwahara's buddy. And if you're unsure about the characters that are in the cinematic, let me bust that list for you. Relax. These are my friends. So we've got Toy Chica, Beverines, Miss Lord Max, Kazaruni, Unviably, Quaplad, and last but not least, Moi. And of course, we're making this masterpiece in Unreal Engine 5. And you might be thinking, oh, is it gonna be super ultra realistic? No, absolutely not. We're not doing whatever the fuck Warner Brothers did with that absolute abomination. Instead, we're gonna go for a very angular, stylistic approach. Think Minecraft meets Bob Ross in a fever dream, and that's exactly what we're gonna get. But don't worry, we'll talk about the painterly stuff in a minute for you people who actually want to learn something from this video. Next, let's talk about the environment. Oh my god, these fucking environments. Here's a rough breakdown of my workflow for this project. Step 1, import environment from Minecraft into Blender. Step 2, texture in Blender. Step 3, export into Unreal Engine. Step 4, cry about my life because something went wrong at every single step. And then, just when you think it's done and everything's working, Unreal Engine goes, oh, you thought you'd optimize that model? Nah. And then back to Blender I went to make my model slightly less garbage. Okay, now it's time to talk about the painterly effect. The paint effect you see in the Minecraft cinematic comes from something called a Kuwahara filter. Sounds fancy, right? Yeah, well, this equation kicked my ass. And this guy explains it way better than I ever could, so... Are you actually not going to explain it to them? Oh, you're not going to explain it to them? Yeah, no, I just don't feel like it. Fine, I'll do it myself. Huh? Alright, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive into some big brain shit. This is the Kuwahara filter. It's got 2 custom nodes. And yeah, they look scary, but don't worry. I'm here to hold your hand like the little baby shitter coder you are. Up first, Node 1. First we start with these arrays called the mean and the sigma. Now what exactly do they do? I don't know, math or something. Each one of them is a float 3, which just means that they hold 3 numbers at once. You know, because one number wasn't complicated enough. Now we've also got offsets. These are like little roadmaps for the filter to see what pixels to look at. It's like giving a toddler a crayon and saying, don't color outside the lines. But they always fucking do, don't they? And boom, here's our first piece of wizardry. Texel size. This thing is the size of a single pixel in texture coordinates. Think of it like a Minecraft block, but tiny as hell. And doesn't break your CPU. Yet. Now here's where shit gets wild. We've got nested loops. Why? Because one loop wasn't painful enough. First loop goes around every pixel around the one we're looking at. And then the second loop, it's like, oh, you thought we were done? Let's do it again. And that's how you make your computer cry. Next, we have the scene texture lookup. This is just fancy code for, hey Unreal, grab the pixel of this color and don't fuck it up. Spoiler, it will fuck it up every single time. Also, we're using this thing called a dot product. And no, it's not maths class, shut up, let me talk. It's just a way to calculate how bright something is. Basically, it smushes 3 numbers into 1 number. It's like turning RGB into sadness. And now we calculate the gradients. These tell us the direction and strength of any edges within our image. And in human terms, they're like, look at this shiny thing! It senses for your GPU. And to do that, we use a Sobel operator. These are the Sobel kernels. And no, not the popcorn kind. They're just matrices that will help us decide which pixels are important. And yes, they look like they were schooled by a drunk toddler, but that's besides the point. And here's the best part. You know what this does? It figures out the angle of the edge. That's right, we're doing trigonometry in a goddamn Minecraft movie. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Then we use sine and cos to rotate our pixel offsets. Why? Because apparently just looking at the pixels wasn't annoying enough. We have to spin them like a goddamn Beyblade. Now, we go through 4 quadrants of pixels. Why 4? Because someone decided that's how many sides a box has, and now we're stuck with it. In each quadrant, we calculate the mean, which is just a fancy word for average. Not me though, I'm above average. And the sigma, which essentially just means how much does this shit vary? Finally, we pick up the quadrant with the smallest sigma, aka the most consistent one. And we use its mean as the output. I know, right? Why? Because smooth shit looks more painterly than not, okay? Okay, it's time to talk about node number 2. Now, custom node 2 is just like custom node 1 in the sense that it's custom node number 1's little sibling. It's smaller, it's dumber, and it only cares about calculating the edge value. We use the same Sobel operators here, because apparently we're just basic bitches. And then yeah, we calculate the angle again, because who needs efficiency? We can just throw in another trig function. So there you have it, a Kuwahara filter in all its glory and madness. It averages pixels, it smooths textures, it makes your GPU cry molten tears of silicon. But hey, it looks awesome in these shots in particular, and that's all that matters. Now, back to the video, or don't. Go touch some grass or something, I don't really care. This effect is applied through a post-process volume, and this handles other cool VFX stuff like film grain, color grading, and a bunch of other cool shit. Now let's talk animation. Now if you think about it, Minecraft characters are really just animation on easy mode, right? I mean, it's literally just a cardboard box with arms and legs. And they've got literally one bone per limb. Like imagine just one bone per limb, like you couldn't even... Essentially, it's like animating a box of spaghetti noodles that only moves when you push it. But hey, even with simple as hell rigs, I mean, it's still a pain to animate them. Making them look cool still takes effort. As for the VFX, Unreal Engine's built-in Niagara system is perfect for this. It's like a caffeinated toddler with a flamethrower. It's chaotic, it's unpredictable, and somehow brilliant. One sparks? Done. One explosion's? Done. A tornado of angry bees? You bet your fuzzy ass you can do that. Yeah, this is fine. Totally meant to do that. See this? I made this. I am a god. Well, until I'm not. Come here. Now let's take an actual moment here to talk about the story that happens in cinematic, because I know some people will be confused, and that's because my friends are in it, but there is somewhat of a story happening here. Now, let's take you through the scenes one by one. I need to bring up the cinematic real quick. 1 second, bringing it up. I got a fucking ad. Okay, so of course we start with the intro. We start with Steve exploring a desert temple, looting it, of course. We have Alex who's going through villages, pillaging them, I guess. And then we have character shots, and with these character shots, I originally wanted to capture most aspects of the game. So Reverines is enchanting, Mr. Lil Max is conquering a kingdom of some sort, Kazaruni's mining, my character found the nether portal, Toichiko's acquiring pets, and Unviably is in the nether, like killing blazes for blaze rods. Oh, and there's Quapalad, who is also in the nether, getting ender pearls from Endermen. And then of course, Stronghold gets found in this surreal way. Like, I know Steve probably isn't gonna survive that drop from fall damage, but it's cinematic, so I'll allow it. I really did try to follow the rules of the game for this one. And then of course, obligatory suit up sequence, which took way longer than I anticipated, by the way. And then of course, jump into the end portal, go to the end, and that's when the rapid fire shots happen. So, Kazaruni, antagonist arc, deflects arrow, my character throws trident at him with channeling, and I know it doesn't work in the nether, but he gets struck by lightning. Quapalad's throwing snowballs at, I guess, blazes, and then filler explosion shot, and then Kazaruni gets punched really hard in the back by Herobrine, with me and Kazaruni fighting in the nether. And then the beam! And Steve's deflecting it with his shield. Then we have a Elytra sequence. We have Steve using the firework that he used to kill the dragon. We'll get to that in a second. Alex shoots dragon in the eye, humongous pain. Steve deflects fireballs, and then he gets launched up like 100 blocks. A nice chill shot of Alex and Steve fishing. Thumbnail shot, by the way. Steve tumbling through the air. And then Steve using a firework to rush down the dragon, hit him really hard. Some shots of one of my favorite builds I made in Minecraft, Kamatage. Group hug. You always need a group hug in a group movie. Alright. We're rapid firing shots right now. So Toichiko, with the pets that she's acquired, she's made a dog army, and she's essentially, you know, charge! We have Herobrine spawning in, we have Steve versing the Wither, and then we end with that shot where Steve plummets down to the dragon with humongous speed, and I guess it's implied that he hits him really hard. Now, originally I was planning on Steve dying here, but that doesn't really fit with the continuity of the cinematic, because, you know, they're Elytra flying, so I'll leave it open-ended for you. He could have died, he could have respawned, but I'm assuming they're in hardcore, because they live here. And then title shot, and then we have a quick little scene of all of us, Steve and Alex pointing at the videos, Kazaruni running away from Toichiko, Quapalad being confused, you know, all character stuff. It's fun to look at. And that's it. Video is over. You can like go now. Oh, still here? Go watch my other videos. Or go watch the JoXC channel where we post highest of the highest quality gaming videos. I promise they'll be just as chaotic as this one. Yes! Or not. Look, I'm not your dad, unless... Perfect. Put that in a zip-up pocket so it doesn't fall out. I do this, and I read my script. The mic may be a little bit in my face, but that is a-okay. So yeah, hello. Whoop. I think that's it. I think that's a wrap on green screen. I just need to make sure I'm in frame and I don't do this too much and go outside of frame, and I don't like do that. Look, it's you guys. I think that's the one. I think that is a wrap on Playground Sequence. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm probably not going to use this for the outro, but if I do, like and subscribe for more.